Mousetrap madness, bowling badness, and the old cup check. Today, we're back at it, breaking down and reacting to all of the wild, over-the-top medical scenes and cringe-worthy injuries from Jackass. Obviously, these scenes are performed by trained professional actors, and there's medical staff standing by, so don't attempt any of these at home. Let's dive right in.
I'm Preston Lacey, here with pro kicker Josh Brown, and this is the field goal.
Oh gosh, he's a pro kicker, so he knows what he's doing. Hopefully he's wearing a mouth guard. I would have worn a full face mask like a football helmet versus just some ski goggles. Getting hit in the face like that with a ball, depending on if it's flat or the pointed end, this can cause serious whiplash injury, head snapping back. You can actually cause a really bad cervical fracture as well as an injury to the spinal cord itself, even if it's just bruising.
You guys look like idiots.
This looks like a racquetball court, and I anticipate the ball is just gonna be bouncing around everywhere. I love their outfits. At least they're wearing protection for their heads.
4.
Oh, he hit himself. Right in the neck. The biggest thing we worry about, one, you can have a
spasming of your vocal cords,
which basically is the top part of where your airway starts. And if those spasm and lock up, you're not gonna be able to get air through. And because of the trauma of the neck, you can actually cause inflammation, having soft tissue swelling of the airway. Thus, you won't be able to get any air through.
Oh, did you take it in the neck? Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh. Wow. So you can literally break the cartilage of your Adam's apple or anything in your neck. Oh my gosh, this is a bungee of some sort.
Goddamn, this is the BMX tug of war.
Okay. You're wearing a helmet. Oh jeez. But why?
Why?
Lands right on cactus plant. Cactus plant has these thorns, and they're just going to cause a significant amount of puncture wounds and injury and discomfort and pain. Increased risk of infection, and trying to get those thorns out, quite painful. Yeah, bad idea. Thrown off the couch, you get a pullback of the whiplash going backwards, and then lands forward, puts his arms out, but you increase the risk of having a fracture of your wrists or your forearms, and then obviously head injury.
That's the mini loop.
Oh my gosh. Oh geez, get some speed. You gotta get speed. Yeah, you gotta have speed so you can get the centripetal motion, so you can actually have enough gravitational pull to stay on the ramp. So that was a good first fail. Landing on your back, your arm, all these different areas, you increase the risk of having a dislocation as well as fracture. There we go. Go, 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 go. Oh, so close. Lots of fails. Please be careful. Obviously, you're gonna have soft tissue injury, a lot of bruising, a lot of ecchymosis, some contusions, and maybe even a hematoma. You can have a tire burn, which is quite common from the spinning wheel. Oh, this little bike flying around, get you in the face, you know, it can break your jaw, hit you in different areas that you wouldn't expect. So if you fall, just make sure you use your arms in the appropriate way.
I'm Steve-O, and this is the fish hook.
Oh my gosh. At least the fish hook looks like there's no barbs on the one end, so it doesn't get stuck. You can pop it all the way through. But why are you doing this? If it had a barb, we can't go backwards on it. You just snip it on one end or the other and take it out that way. That's gotta be so painful without any anesthesia. Oh my gosh. That is awful and so not smart. Increased risk of infection because of the bacteria that are in our mouth to the cheek. You're gonna have potentially a scar now on your face.
Very good.
That hurt to do that to you.
If we ever have to do any type of procedures where we're causing holes, lacerations, anything like that, or cuts, we're using anesthesia. We're giving injections to anesthetize the area. The face has a lot of nerves, a lot of blood vessels. You're doing it blindly, so you just gotta be really careful of what you're actually puncturing.
Now it's time for some man fishing.
That's just awful. Get out of there, man. You can get a shark bite. I know they're rare, but not in this situation where you're teasing them. They always say don't have anything shiny and really no fast motions. And he's got a shiny thing in his mouth coming out and he's like freaking out and flailing. Mousetrap. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
I mean, who had to set all those up? That's what I want to know. Ouch. Hopefully nobody has ever experienced what a mousetrap feels like. It's horrible. It is a nasty spring that can actually break fingers, besides causing obviously soft tissue injury and bruising. Roll quick. But they're not attaching to his skin. I wonder if it actually hurts. I don't want to try though. Oh, okay. You can see that there was a couple stuck on his skin, which actually really hurts. It's like getting pinched by something horrible. Is it something crazy, detrimental, and bad? Probably not, but probably quite annoying and uncomfortable.
This is the hockey cup test.
Hockey cup test. I don't know if anybody out there has ever worn a cup before. It's not like this massive cushion to protect your gonads. It's a piece of plastic, pretty much, that just covers the area. You still feel it. You just don't feel it as bad as there was nothing there. Oh my gosh. That's gotta be so painful. It's so dangerous. Hopefully it didn't crack. All I can think about is if the plastic cracks and causes a laceration to the penis or to the scrotum, and then you have a testicle that just comes hanging out. This stuff does happen. Awful. You have your major blood vessels just to either side of your genitals, hitting the artery, hitting the vein, hitting the nerve. You got to be really careful. They all run right together, right next to each side. So that's another increased risk of having a ruptured blood vessel in that area, which can cause even more complications. Oh, geez. Oh, right in the groin.
My groin!
Taking anywhere between a 6 to a 14-pound bowling ball to your groin on the backside. It could hit into the ischial tuberosities, which are the bones that you actually sit on, and you can actually fracture those. You can't actually really get them fixed unless it's totally trashed. You just walk on it because it's actually not a weight-bearing fracture, so it just hurts. Ouch. Sliding headfirst into these pins. You can actually get horrible fractures of your neck. You can have an extension injuries. You can actually cause an injury to the spinal cord itself, where you actually cause a tear, or you actually get blood going down the middle of it, called the syrinx. So a lot of bad things that can happen. Oh, geez. That bowling pin, metal crate looking thing can come down and potentially crush you. Also, you guys ever slide bare skin on a gymnasium floor that has that lacquer all over it? It's gonna take some skin off. Awful.
Knox will knock my nuts in half.
Oh, it did actually hit his testicles. If the board is too far forward and it looks like the ball maybe bounced up underneath, versus does the tissue of your legs and your buttocks stop it before? You never know. It might be hanging really low. That was awful. That was awful. But these, again, Jackass professionals here. They've been doing this for a long time. I do not recommend anybody doing this. If you guys enjoyed this, definitely check out this playlist right here. And as always, make sure you subscribe, turn your bell notifications on, and hit that like button for me. Thank you so much for watching, and stay healthy, my friends.